What we're going to do today, we're here on the Hudson River, my son Lucas and I, and we're going to show you how we rig up and fish with live herring for big stripers. There's lots of other ways of fishing for stripers, but if you want to catch a bunch of fish, this is not the way. If you want to catch big ones, this is the way, and this is what we do. So I'm going to take you through the whole thing of scaping, how we rig up our poles, what kind of gear we use, and hopefully we'll catch some fish. Go over some of the gear that I use. First of all, pole is an ugly stick. This particular one, it's 8-foot heavy action. We're casting a 4-ounce weight plus a live herring that's that long. You got to have some backbone to that pole, or you're not going to be able to cast it. Your pole's just going to be like a limp noodle. So you need some heavy action. I'm using a bait runner reel, which means I can set the bait runner on, and if a fish hits, it can just pull the line out. This is adjustable in the back. The drag is in the front. Once you set it light, a fish can just run off with it. So the line I'm using is 30-pound braided. Some guys use monofilament, that's fine. I just prefer braided. And what I do after I string it, take a slide swivel that slides on the line, and it can run up and down the line. That I hook my weight to, so that line. Then what I do is I tie a regular barrel swivel on. I just use a fisherman's knot. Then I cut about maybe 18 inches or so of line off. Not with these clippers, I don't. Then I take that section of line and I tie the swivel on to the main line. And that gives me my leader. Some guys like it long, but the longer you make it, the harder it is to cast. You got too much hanging out there. And I tied a hook on that end. What I'm using here is 5/0 hooks. Then I take a 4-ounce pyramid sinker and I attach it to this swivel. So the swivel can slide up and down. I'll trim these tails off. And that's the rig. Then I put the bait on that. When this casts out, we use the pyramid sinkers because where we're fishing, we don't have rocks out in the river. And there's nothing to really hold the weight. So when this sits in the river, the backside of this will help hold it. It'll dig into the sand and mud a little bit. If you got a lot of rocks, then you want to use a round kind of sinker. But for here, we use pyramids, and we use 4 ounce. Neglected to do down at the river is show you about the scaping net. This is basically just a 4x4, 8-foot piece of closet rod. I taped it just so I don't get splinters. Scaping is kind of unique to the Hudson River. I don't know of any other places that actually do scaping. So the nets are mainly made locally here. What you have is 4, these are fiberglass rods. And you lay the net upside down. You lay the net upside down, and you stick one of these in each one of the holes in the edge. Then you take the net, which is specially made, has a loop on all 4 corners. You stick it over, wrap it once, and loop it. And you go to the other side, opposite that. Bring it over, twist it once, loop it back. And there you have a net. Some might call it a lip net. We call it a scaping net. You run your stoolie into the net. Hopefully a heron will follow it, and then you just pick up the net. Pretty simple, but very effective. Where'd you get that little pole? I'm going to show you how to hook this fish up. As you can see, there's a lot of weight on that pole. It's not easy to cast. Today is really windy too, which makes it even worse. Better get them things in the big bucket.
One is dead.
Huh?
One is basically I thought that was the fish.
After baiting up the hook, we usually let it revive itself a little bit before we cast it out. And that sometimes happens. Nice.
That's why I was waiting.
On?
Yeah. Still have it.
Huh?
I think I'm gonna try and get him on that rod right there.
Yeah. Can you net them by yourself? Or?
I don't know.
I'm trying to film it. Nice fish. If you can't do it, I'll set the camera up. Don't lose him over it. There, let me get it. Just get this thing. Oh, you got it. Nice fish. There's a hog for you. White one, round purple thing. press this white thing?
Yeah, just press it a bunch of times.
I pressed it twice. Nice fish. Just getting ready to change my bait.